for most people, each time you talk about the issue of finance or anything around that area, they don't want to say, no, 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 me, I'm not a finance person. Now, you have to understand that if you must live a very meaningful and quality life on earth, I mean, you definitely will not neglect the issue of finances. That's not to say that you overemphasized its importance, but it is very important. It's very important. And that's why I don't want you, if you're a young person, to take light of the issue of your finances. It's very important that you bear the yoke while you're young. So it's good to learn, it's good to have so much knowledge, especially when in regards to jobs, finances, work, making money, managing money, multiplying money, investment. You cannot afford to be ignorant in that aspect. Today, I'm going to look at the part two. As I said, this is the part two of what I've been talking about, some truths about 9 to 5 jobs. As I said, I'm not discouraging you getting an employment. No, not at all. That's not the goal of the video. That's not the goal of this thing I'm trying to do. The goal of it is to arm you with the information that you don't make mistakes that will be detrimental to you tomorrow. And most times, for many people that are yearning to get a job after school, they are not thinking of building anything. They're just thinking of living in the job all the rest of their life. So there is more or less a cycle that is built. You are, let's say, you are 30, you've gotten your job, 30 years old, and then here you are 40, you are still on the job, and then you are 50, you are still on the job. By the time you reach 60 to 70, then you retire. I mean, that is not, I think, the best way to live life. And of course, as I said, most jobs will, I mean, don't even think about pension, because I don't want us to go there yet, because you cannot be thinking about pension. I will tell you a lot of stories about issues of pension, but the current financial system that we have, really, jobs are unable. Most of the jobs will not be able to provide you with a sustainable financial future that you can do many things meaningfully. And especially if you are hoping to help people, you are hoping to build others, you are hoping to provide a lot to other people, I don't think this is the way for you to go. But that is not to say it's wrong to have a job. No, you can start there and build up something and learn it, and then before you move on to other things that is key after you've gained experience and you are being exposed. Why is it not a good idea to stay this long in a job? And today I'm going to talk about the issue of, the reason is because jobs just permit you to trade time for money. It just permits you to trade time for money. And this is not a good idea because of many reasons. One, that you cannot be able to scale time because you just only have 24 hours. So if you took about this number of hours from 9 to 8 out of your 24 hours, that's a quite significant time of your life. And you must know that whatever takes your time, take your life. And that's why you have to be very careful. Whatever takes your time, you understand, actually takes also your life. Because life is measuring time, because of course you're not going to stay on the earth forever. And because of that, so you have to be careful what exactly normally takes your time. Now, if you have removed these hours, for example, you can calculate it, of course, from 9 to 12, you have 3 hours from that to, 12 to 5, you have about 5 hours. That is it. You can minus it from there. I mean, that's considerable, and especially the productive time of the day. So, which means that because you cannot scale time, you cannot have more hours of the day. It means that it's just leaving you in a cycle that every year you keep doing that. Now, the second thing is that you cannot duplicate yourself because you have to always be there to be able to be paid. You have to be present there. You have to be present there. And I see jobs as a way of or an opportunity to be trained, actually not a place to stay permanently, but a place to be trained for some number of years. Then you move to something that is sustainable. Because at the first part of your life, you need something that will give you some cash flow that that will pay your bills while you do the great thinking. So, and because of that, when you trade the time for money, what it means is that once you stop working for whatever reason, for example, maybe you are sick. Of course, we don't pray that people should be sick. No, 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 not at all. But sometimes it's happened because this is life. You can be sick. Even if you're not sick, you will grow older. And then you can be retired. Now, if you are retired, that means is that your capacity, understand, to do the same thing what you have been doing while you are younger, to trade time for money, will actually decrease. And because it decreased, because your energy will not be the same when you are 70 with what you had earlier when you were 30. No. So that means your productivity will also decrease. Productivity. Your productivity will decrease. However, your expenses will increase. Your expenses definitely will increase. If not for anything, your expenses, your bills, your expenses for like hospital bills will increase because you are older. And so you will need a lot of checkups. You will need a lot of medical examination. You will find out that so many things that you never had when you were young, you begin to see them. What generally you can see, that's what we call the disease of the old age. So these are reasons why you don't want to get old before then you realize that no, how to go is not through, how to run your life is not through jobs. You can start there, but don't end there. That's my message today. You can start there, but don't end there.